and it's been a good thing to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir. You can start the presentation now, sir.
Okay. All right. So to speak on this talk, which is building a sustainable business in Nigeria, I have a slide that I just want to show to us. I will share my screen so we can run along, and that will make it a lot easier. And also, people who want to jot down a few things, they can equally do so. So just run along with me. Thank you. All right. I hope we are still together, Mr. Edwin.
Yep, attention, sir.
Okay, great. I welcome our audience, everyone who's keen into this program from wherever, from anywhere on the globe. We are on the net, and I think that it's been open to so many people to key in. For every one of us who have signed in already, I just want to welcome you to this wonderful section. And I also believe that at the end of these few minutes that we will be together, we'll share experience. No man would say he's the custodian of all knowledge. I will be getting from you, and you will also be receiving from me. So I think it's a good thing to talk about building an enduring business in Nigeria today. Today, I mean the experiences that we are having in the country and even globally with the paradigm shift and the narrative that has changed between last year and this year. It's a good thing for us to discuss issues that borders on what can we do within the country? What can we do within the country? Now, the topic is building an enduring business in Nigeria. Honestly, I'm not very sure. You probably will know the extent what this one will go, Mr. Edwin, because a lot of people are looking forward to how they can better themselves, within the country. And I must tell you that the driver of every economy all over the world, both the developed and the developing economy, is the SMEs. And I'm very sure that many who will be listening to us today will be encouraged, and they will be able to do something. Now, why businesses fail? Why businesses fail? Now, it's a common understanding and a common desire for everybody who sets up business to succeed. Nobody goes into business to fail. Indeed, there is no venture, even outside business, that somebody will, would start to fail. But however, the experiences we're having from place to place is that people start business and their business fail. So why businesses fail? Now, a study shows that only 1 out of 25 businesses that started together in Nigeria survive after 10 years, while about 80% fail within the first 5 years. Wonderful. I consider that as wonderful.
Wow, it's a scary numbers.
Very, very scary numbers. Very scary numbers. Now, if one business out of 25 businesses, survive within 10 years, it means that the impact of those that have failed will be tremendous on our economy. It will be tremendous negative impact on families, will be tremendous on even our academic institutions. It will be tremendous on every sector of Nigerian economy. So this is an alarming, statistics, and it calls for a question. It calls for us to really do something, about businesses. So businesses fail for so many reasons. Businesses fail for a lot of reasons. Now, why will business fail? Businesses fail because people are not running the business the way they are supposed to do. There are so many errors. There are so many mistakes. Some of these mistakes can be mitigated. But I tell you, there are two major reasons why business fail. Maybe one, external, and two, it could be internal. Now, most of the external factors, that mitigates against business, that militates against business, a lot of times you don't have influence on them, but you can mitigate them. You can work against them. You can actually stand against reasons why business fail. But we'll be looking at, those factors that are within our scope of influence to be able to address as a people. Now, today in Nigeria, business fail for the wrong mindset. Why are we in business in the first place? Why do we start business? Everybody in this part of the globe will understand that things are a little bit tough, things are a little bit difficult, and so many things are the drivers of reason or motivation why people go into business. But I can tell you that the number one reasons why business fail, particularly in our country, is a wrong motive, a wrong mindset of just being in business in the first place. Everybody is looking at the reward they will get in business. I need money, the glamour, the power, the fame. I just want to be on my own. Those are not enough reasons for us to start a business. If a business plan is not targeting on improving on the people and bringing value to the society, that business will fail. So, if the foundations are destroyed, what will the righteous do?
Just do, yeah.
So, if the foundation of any business, it doesn't matter how, tall, how high, it is. The foundations are destroyed, the business will not survive. So, a lot of times, it's the wrong mindset of just going into business to make money, to gain power, the influence, but ultimately the business will fail. And so the number two reasons why business fail, maybe I just share this four with us because there are so many, is poor leadership. A lot of people start business and they don't run with the principle of an enduring business. Now, let me quickly say that it will be foolery for anybody to think that getting into business is the cheapest way to gain power and to gain money. It is not an all-comers space for anybody to play. So if you are not ready to become, a leader of sort in what you are doing, then you are not ready for business. For instance, a lot of people say that leaders are born. Some school of thought says that leaders are made. Friends, I think leaders are made. Because I've seen a lot of people who does not have those leadership traits that they need to run an enduring business. and they get into business, they school themselves, and they become very successful. So in order for us to avoid putting our head like this young man you can see on the slide, we need to, develop ourselves, along the line of leadership. So business failed for poor leadership. Number two, poor marketing. Now, it's not really very easy in our, in our country, particularly in Africa, to get statistics. Most of these statistics are tucked up somewhere and you don't have access to them, unlike, developed countries where, right from the table of your home, you can have access to statistics that will help you. So poor marketing is one of the reasons why business fail. Now, an external factors, like I said, funding. Now, I want to quickly say that I do not belong to the school of thought that say that the reason, the major reason why business fail is funding. Because if funding becomes the major reason why business fail, where is the vision? Where is the passion? Where is the enthusiasm? Where is the attitude? All of those things are reasons why business succeeds. So, external factor funding. I don't put funding first as a reason why business fails. Because by the grace of God, we've been able to raise our business to the place where we are today without funds. Indeed, we didn't even have the money in the bank. So anybody who is saying that is because of funding, that is why the business is failing, well, I don't agree 100%. It's a factor, yeah, I agree, but I don't agree 100%. Now, also business failed because of infrastructure. If you look at what we have today in the country, there are so many infrastructures that retard business growth. Electricity is one of them. Good roads, one of them. What of even the technology that we are in it? Because our company renders ICT solutions and services to our customers. And we also render security solutions to our customers. So you can imagine a situation where technology is not being promoted. So definitely, if your business is to hinge on technology, you will fail. So I don't want to dwell so much on that, but business fail for a lot of reasons. But these are the major ones I think we talked about. So there is what is called an enduring business. Enduring business is possible, okay? Business success is possible, okay? So now, what are the foundations of an enduring business? Indeed, like I said, many people are blazing the trail and they have become a pathfinder in our soil and they are succeeding in business. And honestly, you can see, you can look around you, you will see names of people that reverberate all on our television every day. Private business owners, they are succeeding in the same environment where you think things are very difficult. In the same environment where you say there is no electricity. I don't subscribe to the fact that, electricity is not there and so we should succeed, but these are basic infrastructure. I've just talked about it. But if one man can make it in our country today, succeeding in business in the same environment, anybody can do it. Anybody, just anybody who is ready to take the bull by the horn, following the processes, they will succeed. So the foundation of an enduring business is number one, vision. Vision is the foundation. I know a lot of people would say vision, put up a vision, you have to set up a vision. I don't believe that a man who sits down to write a vision for himself is the ultimate. I believe that we are created and, the ultimate creator of man has the aces. So if you want to know what to do, then you go to him. All right. So today, as I sit with you, we are riding on technology to be able to communicate with you and everybody else. The people who started to develop this technology, they have something in mind. So the same thing for every man, there is a plan, there is also a purpose for everybody on the earth. And so if you are able to discover what you are here for, the purpose for which you are here, and then vision becomes very easy. So your vision, therefore, should be a springboard from what you are created to do. There are so many ways to get to know that, and that's not the lesson for today. So now, for the foundation of an enduring business, you must have a vision. Quality products and services is very, very key. You can't get into business without something to offer. If you are not offering value to the customer, maybe you won't have a repeat business. So quality products and services is one of the good, strength of an enduring business. Number two, excellent service. Excellent service, customer service. This part of the world is very difficult. Today, you go to the market to buy stuff like, I used to hear my wife would say that she went to the market, and then as soon as they give her a price and she says, oh, can I buy it for this? The woman tell her to walk off. You don't run business. You don't run business by being very aggressive. So excellent customer service. We must develop on our products. We must work on our products. We must present it in the manner that people will be attracted to it. So excellent customer service will build an enduring business. Integrity. Integrity. Well, maybe let me sit well before we can talk of this. There's a dearth of integrity in our society today. People are not very straight. And you don't run an enduring business by not being very straight. In our organization, one of our philosophy is that we don't shortchange our customers. We don't shortchange our customers. Indeed, if we render a service to a customer and we are not done with the materials that we have used, we return it back to the customer. Unless if he says, I don't need it, take it. Integrity is key to raising an enduring business. Integrity is key. We need to be truthful to ourselves. Our value system needs to be revisited for us to run an enduring business. Then the fifth one on the list is dynamic approach to new technology. We need to embrace technology. Today, most of our villages, most of our cities or towns, they don't have access to technology. So how can you run an enduring business? So we need to embrace technology in order for us to run an enduring business. What are the pillars of enduring business? The basic pillars, one is reinvention and then re-engineering. Reinvention and re-engineering. What do I mean by this? Many people set up businesses today, and the way they started, that's the way they remain in the next 5 years, 10 years. Business owners, business promoters, management team, they need to constantly reinvent themselves to be able to run an enduring business. As it in the beginning, so shall it be at the end. It does not work in the business space. So we need to constantly reinvent ourselves, to be able to run an enduring business. Because if the leaders of any business organization are not doing that, obviously they cannot make it. Now, you need to also re-engineer the process. You need to re-engineer the process. We have this done in our organization virtually every quarter. We need to sit down and look at what we are doing. How do we make it better? The processes are reviewed. Operations manual and procedures are reviewed. The business strategies are reviewed. What can we do better? And we send, notifications to our customers to talk about us. And they come back with comments, and we build that into the system. And so while the business owners are reinventing themselves, they also work hard. They should work hard to re-engineer the processes. Now, another pillar, which is also hinging on the first two I've just mentioned, is training. Continuous crave for knowledge and personal development. They used to say that if you want to hide something for a black man, you put it in the book. I don't agree these days, because we are demystifying that philosophy. A lot of Nigerians are reading now, and we are developing very, very strongly in the area of knowledge acquisition. So continuous crave for knowledge is very important. Personal development is another pillar to raising an enduring business. I can tell you, in our organization, we train our staff. There is no week that we don't have training going on in our organization, from the managing director to the least person. For instance, I just finished a management course in Lagos Business School, and that happened from time to time, both in and out of the country. We develop ourselves, we train ourselves. The engineers are having constant training every week. We call in experts from different places, because you see, we are trading on technology, and technology business is a knowledge business. And so we need to develop knowledge. Then research, constant research to revitalize the customer value proposition. This is very key, because the appetite of the customers are not static. They are not stationary. They keep changing. It's dynamic. What the customer will appreciate today, next year is change completely. And so we need to constantly research to revitalize our customer proposition, and then also identify new opportunities to penetrate emerging and underserved markets. Brian Tracy said something which is here on my notice board. He said, no matter how challenging or competitive the economy appears, as much as 80% of your market is still untapped. I coil this from one of his books, because I'm one of Brian Tracy's students. There is no book that Brian Tracy have written that I have not read. And I have a lot of them, and I buy and give them out. Now, if this man is saying that as much as 80% of your market is still untapped, then it's very revelational. So the job of the management team of an organization is to keep researching, find out the new opportunities. If you have a red ocean, go for the blue ocean. Whatever it is, there are opportunities everywhere. There is no way you can lock up an economy, even in Nigeria today. Let me tell you something. It is even easier for you to be very successful in business in Nigeria than anywhere in the world. I have the privilege, by the grace of God, to have traveled to virtually all the continent. And I understand what I'm talking. I talk with businessmen from all over the world from time to time. I know that it's a lot easier for us to do business here, despite all the infrastructural, challenges that we're having, situations that are facing us. It's a lot easier to do business here than everywhere else. Most places, let me not say everywhere, most places all over the world. So we need to do research, and we need to be able to understand our terrain, our business terrain, so we can succeed in business. All right. So staying relevant. How do you want to stay relevant in business? This one is very important, and I think we need to pay attention to it. People who are key into this, seminar should please take note of this. We have leveraged on what I have written here practically, and it has helped us a great deal all over the years. And, it might surprise you, to know that we have been on this route for the past 16 years. I know many businesses have survived, and 16 years is still very young, but I can tell you 16 years is not a joke. when you run Nigeria, when you run a business here in Nigeria, and you are still on standing. So now, how do you stay relevant in business? Review the business plan. Constantly review your business plan. If you would have desired to succeed in business, you must have got a business plan, okay? And that business plan is not a plan you write and is relevant for every year. Every time, year in, year out, you need to review that. Define the unmet need of your target. And this you must do by being very close to your customers. Research new customer base. You must be very close to your customers to know their unmet needs. Research new customer base. The opportunities are there. Select your target market. A lot of people run jack of all trades, master of none. You need to specialize if you want to remain relevant in business. You need to specialize. You need to define the area, your scope, where you want to play and remain there. Select your target market and then make your business to your specific target. Make your business to your specific target. Now, what do I mean by that? You know, even the demography, in demography, you will understand that the young people's appetite for technology today is different from those of us who have been there all the years. You know, who spent quite a number of years in IT in this country, haven't run from the telecom school to where I am today. But I still discovered that the appetite for technology for my children is much more than mine. There are a whole lot of things they are doing today with technology that myself, who have been in technology business, sometimes they teach me. So, you have to be able to market your business to your target market. All right, so maybe I just give us an opportunity for us to ask few questions from here, but I also know that our time is gone, and if we've got to talk about more, then when we have the window, we can do that. So thank you very much, Mr. Edwin, and all the audience, everybody that is keen in this seminar.
So much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It's been very, very interesting listening to you. It's very, very insightful. I've learned a lot. I've learned some things that I just realized, because in my own career, I get to work with a lot of businesses. At Equity Innovation Center here, we get to advise businesses on how to grow, trying to accelerate. Sometimes we have accelerator programs, we have incubation programs. And I think I've realized that we'll be doing all these things without actually knowing what we're doing. So I'm hearing some of these things now. I'm like, oh yeah, that was why we're doing that. So it's not a lot of things are beginning to make sense. And I like what you said about training your staff. I think that was very fantastic. I can count. I think I can count on one finger how many companies do that these days. And I'm sure that you have very, very few resignations in your company, because every staff wants to be trained. They love the fact that you're investing in them, and they get to, repay that faith in them by giving you excellent work. But I want to ask the question, sir. In your experience, what has been your biggest challenge in growing your business in Nigeria?
Thank you very much. This is a wonderful, very wonderful question. Well, the biggest challenge in running an organization, particularly in Nigeria, is the ability for us to identify the right resources. It's one of them, not all. The ability for you to identify the resources you need to be able to deliver excellent service to your customers. Now, what do I mean by that? You and I know that the society where we belong, a lot of people are not interested in on the job. Hard work is one of those things you need to succeed. But majority of us, we are not interested putting in the relevant, hard work that is desired. And so getting the right people to do, the right things for the customer. Now, this is what I see from place to place. But you see, for us in JiREH Technology, it's been very awesome. It's been very wonderful that God has given us people who are committed to ensuring that, our customers are well serviced. Now, I must tell you that it's not 100%, but we've got to, work on that over time. But God has been very, very faithful to give us people, quality and committed, people who have sold out themselves to ensure that we are where we are today. Like, the introduction you made, we have a footprint of our services in every local government in this country. And that tells you, it's not the MD that runs from place to place, getting this done. So people did it. And, it's awesome. But I see from, experience from, other, business owners, management, that the major challenge is getting the right people. Thank you. Yeah.
So in one word is people.
Yes.
Your team.
Yes.
That explains it. Very, very interesting, sir. Thank you, sir. So I want to, at this point, ask anybody, if you're listening to us now, participant, do you have any questions you'd like to ask? Because I have plenty, but so I don't be like I said, I'm the only one attending this webinar. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask? Please indicate by raising your hand up. Someone is raising his hand up. Someone raising his hand up.
Yes,
Isaac, they don't ask question. Okay. You can unmute your mic now and ask a question if you want to, Mr. Isaac. Hello, Mr. Isaac. Can I ask a question now if you want to? Okay, maybe it's not, maybe you can't hear me. Anyways, so if you're listening to us on YouTube or any other platform, please send in your questions and we'll post them here and we'll ask the, Mr. EHI. So, sir, I wanted to ask another question.
Yes.
You said that your business has grown. It's now big. You have a footprint across the country. How do you deal with the varying cultural differences that has to? I mean, when it comes to your clients, I mean, you have Muslims in one side, Christians in one side, you have North, South, Yoruba outside, everybody has different expectations of your product. How do you go about, engaging these customer segments in different areas in such a way and still managing to, sell to them in their language? What tools do you employ to do that, sir?
All right. Thank you very much for the question. I appreciate that. And maybe I have to throw a little light on it. Now, when we set out into business about 16 years ago, like I said, we had a target market. And our target market is providing RF installations for the telecoms operators. And that's the like of Denny, Connect, MTN, Glow, and so on and so forth. So we rendered services to them, when, those massive rollouts were ongoing. And we started from there. So that is how we, set our feet on every local government in the country. But after some time, we discovered that, that business was no more, the way we thought it would be. So we had to, like I said, we reinvented ourselves, re-engineered our business, and we targeted, the oil and gas sector. So today, our infrastructure in those places are still running, but we don't do them anymore. Okay. And so today we have our target market, which is the oil and gas, and then of course the non-oil and gas business space. We are playing there. So, but you said something very unique. If you want to remain in business, I think what we need to do in this country primarily is to put our religion aside. If you want to remain in business and succeed, you should put religion aside. You should put ethnicity aside.
Yeah.
Now, by the grace of God, I have been to Singapore, and I discovered from that very small country that they have so many ethnic groups. As small as it is, it's one city nation. You know, they have. But what they did in Singapore, because of course we have partners there, you know, they came together. They agreed. When it comes to business, put your religion aside. When it comes to business, put your political affiliation aside. And you see these people relating with themselves. That does not change any Muslim from being a Muslim. That does not change any, you know, Christian from being Christian. And so that way they were able to build their nation. And so one of the challenges we're having in this country today is because, you know, I feel as a Christian, the Muslims should not leave. And the Muslims feel that I, as a Christian, should not leave. We need to put that aside. Otherwise, growth will be inevitable. Growth will be impossible. So I don't know if I've answered your question.
You have, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Someone wants to ask a question. Mr. Paul, ask a question, please. Mr. Paul, ask a question.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, so the question I want to ask is this. If you have been in tech for a couple of years, say close to 4 or 5 years, at what point can you decide that you want to actually venture and start on your own in terms of business, maybe as a software developer or as a hardware expert?
Okay, thank you very much. I will say that by the grace of God, we are qualified to answer this question. This is my maybe 30-something years in IT. All right, and so we have moved from the analog of old to digital. Now we are running on the net. So I think what we need to do, your question is not just for the tech alone, IT. Nigerians need to learn the curve of anything they want to do. 4 years of running, you know, maybe working for somebody and learning may not be very sufficient for you to run your business. May not be very sufficient. You know, a lot of times, maybe I just give you an advice. The best thing to do is to learn what you want to do and be good at it before you jumped out. Now, I told you that we have been in business now for 16 years. So you can multiply, you can subtract that from 1982, you know, when I came into IT, till 2005, when we started this business. So you can see how many years that we worked here and there. And that is one of the things we are leveraging on today. We've learned a lot of things. I'm not saying everybody should run like me. Yes, but I feel that we should be sufficiently taught and grounded before we move into business. A lot of this crashing, you know, just running to make stuff, it is a hindrance. Everybody must not be, you know, 20 years before you jump out. But I think sufficient years, depending on your skill and the level of, you know, how smart you are to be able to learn what you want to do is sufficient. So let me not put a number to it.
Oh, okay, sir. Are you still online?
Yes, I'm still online.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. That was very wonderful. That was very wonderful. I think I was even going to ask you, from you personally, if you could go back in time and speak to yourself at, say, when you were 25, 26, 27, which is like the average age of basically everyone that's listening to this particular webinar at the moment. If you could go back in time and speak to yourself, then what would be the one thing, or what would you say to yourself at that particular point in time?
Wow. If I were 25 at this time, I think the last question answered itself very clearly. If I were 25 at this time, is to discover what I want to do, learn the curve, and then get into it.
Start something.
Start something.
Basically.
Entrepreneurship is the order of every nation. The driver of American economy is the SMEs. The driver of the Chinese economy is the SME. And these are the two global leaders, business wise all over the world. So, young people need to just learn the curve a little bit if they are called into business, and then they just move in. I think that is the answer. Because today, everybody, wants to get a job. You want to get a job. It's okay, because somebody have to learn something. All right. And again, I have some friends today who would say, I am not cut out for business. I am just here to work and I will retire from here. Good. So, but like I said, you need to discover what you are here for and then just move into it. Sorry, I don't know if that answers your question.
That answers it perfectly, sir.
Yes.
And the reason why I asked the question is because, and the reason why, again, I'm very excited to talk to you, because you have been there, you've done that. So when we can basically, your company is at a point now where we can say it's successful because it has existed for a particular period of time and it's still existing and will still exist for the foreseeable future. So, when we are trying to find out, from you, like your history, it's deliberate because many of us are at the point where you were in before you decide to start your business. And I can tell for a fact that a lot of people are scared, a lot of people don't know what to do, a lot of people are confused, a lot of people don't know how to take that first step, right? A lot of people are, and a lot of people are even starting, but they're starting for the wrong reasons. Like you said, and I know a lot of people are on that table, quote unquote.
Yes.
They see entrepreneurship as a rich quick. And I see that a lot. And when you talk to you about their ideas, there's not much thoughts, there's not much depth in their thinking when it comes to designing their businesses. And you just asking yourself that, look, if what you want is to be rich, if what you want to do is to be rich, then you are going about it the wrong way. You're not doing it the right way. I mean,
very correct.
You start from trying to solve a problem, right? First of all, you start from identifying a problem to trying to solve a problem, figuring out how you get that solution to your customers before you even get to the point of asking yourself, oh, okay, so how much money do I expect to make from this? So, and a lot of times you see that people are like, oh, I want to make 2 million naira. This also start making 2 million naira per month. What do I need to do? And you put yourself under a lot of pressure. You don't get to plan your business for the period of time you're supposed to plan it for. You're all thinking about the now, the next tomorrow, and you don't get to see yourself. You don't get to visualize your product in the way that you can see where it is now, what you need to get it to where it's supposed to be in the next 3 to 4 years. And this is something that happens again and again and again and again. And I'm really glad that you were able to speak on this, because I hope that those who are listening to this will hear from you, from the horse's mouth, and say, learn something new and tell themselves that, look, calm down, relax, figure this out. There's no rush. There's absolutely no rush. Don't let anybody put you under any pressure through social media, through anything. You are doing well. You're doing fine. As long as you are making progress daily, day upon day. That's what my mentor, my boss always tells me. As long as there's progress, you're doing okay. As long as you're not the same way where you were before, you're doing perfectly fine. And if that's all you can take from this conversation, then I think it's been a fantastic conversation for you. Yeah. So again, thank you very much, sir. You've been very wonderful. I would like to crave your indulgence one more time. before we all go, I would like to inform you about a particular program we are together at the Eco Innovation Center in collaboration with Lagos State Government. It's called the Art of Technology. It is one of the biggest tech events in Lagos. In fact, in Nigeria. It's going to be hosted by the Lagos State Governor. Somebody's going to put a link to the website now. Please go there and register. Also, if you have a business, not an idea, a business that already exists, and you're looking for funding, and you're looking for where you can, looking for how you can get funding, please go to the also a link to Collaborate Lagos. Go there, register your business. We are offering you an opportunity to win a $1 million cash prize if you win the pitch event. Plus, we are also going to give you an offering of a share of $100,000 worth of investments for your business. And we're also going to help you to collaborate with the Lagos State Government to scale your business if your business syncs with the Lagos State team's agenda. So it's a very fantastic opportunity. Don't say that I did something good for you today, really. That I did something good for you today, right? So please go to the website, go and register your business, and I would love to see you in December 2nd and 3rd on doing the Collaborate Lagos and AOT. One more thing, sir. I'm going to ask my question now, and I'm going to allow you, because it's your presentation, I'm going to allow you to pick who won, who got the right answer. So the person that got the right answer is the person that said the most correct answer first.
All right. Sorry, Mr. Edwin.
Yes,
just
sir.
before you come to that,
yes, sir.
You said something very, very unique. Something
Yes,
very, very that is common to all of us. And I have to use that opportunity to allay the fears of a lot of people, a lot of our audience on this program. For instance, when we got the idea to start JiREH Technologies, it took us not less than 8 years of turmoil to be able to take the bold step. So what those young people are going through, I would say is normal. Everybody are afraid to plunge into the unknown, including you and I. And we experienced it. But you really don't need to stay 8 years to take the bull by the horn. All you need to do is to make adequate planning with all the things we've discussed in place, make adequate planning and get a direction for what you want to do. I am a Christian and I go to God for what I want to do all the time. And if I get a direction of what I want to do and I plan it, I jump out. So people, I would really suggest to you, you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. Just plan yourself, prepare, because if you don't take a risk, sometimes you can't make it. But please, my counsel for you is to take calculated risk. Don't jump out of your job just because you feel goosebump. Don't jump out of your job. No, don't do that. Plan yourself very well, overcome the fear, and then just jump into it.
Thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you very, very much. I wish I could clap for you because I wish we were in the conference. I would have, you will have a very resounding round of applause. Thank you very, very much, sir. Again, I had a wonderful time with you. So I'm going to post the question right now. Give them like 30 seconds to answer the question. And again, if you're going to please help me to pick the winner. And the winner of the winner is the person that won, that gets the that says the most correct answer first. So I am going to paste the question right about now.
Okay. So
anybody? Anyone? Nobody? I think my questions are always too hard. Last week, everybody got my questions very. The week before, nobody got it. the next week I relaxed a bit. Everybody got it. Now I've gone hard again, and nobody gets it. I don't know why. The question is on the chat. I said, name one external factor that causes businesses to fail. One external factor that causes businesses to fail. Name one external factor that causes businesses to fail. External factor. Nobody? Wow. No. I'm talking about the ones he listed in his presentation today. I'm not saying that, I'm not asking like generally. The one he mentioned today. The one he mentioned today. There were two he mentioned today. There were two that were in the presentation. You just need to provide me one of them. Come on, nobody? Okay, you know what? It is too hard. All right, just name one factor, external or internal, that causes business to fail. One. I must not carry my credit with me today. Someone should name one factor that causes businesses to fail, according to our presenter today. Jesus, come on now, guys. Come on. Can you see a winner, sir?
Well, I think some of them are mentioning things.
They're correct, but they're not what you said.
Yes, but yes, external factor, I just mentioned only two out of the lot.
Yes.
And none of them is mentioning that particular.
Okay, I've seen it. I think I saw some of that.
Yes, somebody is got something here.
So I'm going to close it in the next 10 seconds.
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good. This person got it. The last person got it.
Who?
The last person, Queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations, Queen. You are a winner for today. Please, I'm going to put my number in the chat now. Please send me your phone number and I'm going to send you your credits. It's been fantastic. I love this part of the I love this part of the
program.
The program.
Yes.
It's very part of the program. Sorry,
Yeah.
if you're on YouTube, try and join us on Zoom. Try and join us on Zoom. I cannot see your answers on YouTube. I can only see them on Zoom. Try and join us on Zoom. Please join us on Zoom so that I can see your answers in the chat. I'm so sorry. I just got word that a lot of people are seen on YouTube. I can't see them because I'm on Zoom and I can't interact with Zoom with YouTube. Please.
If you are looking for one person, yes, for Queen, but somebody else also mentioned one Paul.
They can only be one winner, sir.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
It can only be one winner. So congratulations, Queen. If you want to win again, please come again next week. We will be very, very glad to host you. Thank you very much, sir. You've made today very, very, very interesting, and I cannot appreciate you enough. I hope we can get to tap my knowledge beyond this environment, and I really would love to hear from you more and more in private conversations. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. So please, if you have, please follow us on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Follow us. Make sure that you can ask us more questions. You can always interact with us at any time. I'm here. My name is Edwin Ajogun. I'm the country director of Eco Innovation Center. Don't forget to register for AOT and for Collaborate Lagos. We are here to help you to grow your business and to provide you with tips to ensure that your business reaches the point where you want it to be. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Edwin.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. You are doing a good work.
Thank you very much,
and I
sir.
believe that lives are being transformed by this program.
Yes,
and
sir.
I believe, that if you sow a good seed, you will reap whatever you sow. Now, you may not understand to the extent that this program are transforming lives. This is what we need in the country, particularly the young people, to educate themselves, take bold steps. Our country can develop. Our country can grow. Our country can change. And these are the things we need that can transform the people. You can't transform a nation without transforming the people. The first point of call is the people.
Yes, sir.
Once the people are transformed, the nation will be transformed. So what you are doing is key, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.